In these challenging economic times, who wouldn't like to make a little extra money on some items lying around their closet? From discarded dresses to surplus shoes, our guest today has some ideas to share about how you can cash in just by simply cleaning out your closet. Jennifer Braunschweiger is the features editor at More Magazine. She joins us live with some tips. Hi, Jennifer. Thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So, when we all rummage through our closet and our old clothes, what are some general good ideas to keep in mind?
I think every woman has made a big designer mistake. You find yourself buying a pair of 5-inch Manolo Blahnik stilettos because suddenly in the store you feel like they would look great on the red carpet, forgetting that you've never been on the red carpet in your life and you have no plans to. So if you have some mistakes like that, designer mistakes in your closet, our first piece of advice is to save everything. Save the tags, save the boxes, save those flannel bags, save the little envelopes of buttons and thread. All of that will help raise the price, resale price on your items.
Interesting. And so you also have some advice for people who want to sell the clothes online. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, if you decide to sell the clothes yourself online, it helps to list the name of the brand. NWT means new with tags. And if you have a personal story about the item, that can really help it stand out in the buyer's mind. For instance, maybe you bought it on a trip to Paris, perhaps the designer recommended it to you personally. Anything that can help your items really stick in the mind of the buyer can help you make a sale.
Is there anything that people should shy away from trying to sell? Those items that you just shouldn't put up there?
Well, at More, when we were talking to people for this story, we did hear that selling pants online is not a great idea. It's very difficult to gauge the fit, and every woman knows somebody who doesn't wear underwear, so pants tend not to sell.
All right, and what about jewelry?
For jewelry, many women have extra jewelry in their drawers. Perhaps they inherited it from a grandmother, from a mother. Maybe it was from an ex-husband. They'd rather have the money than the memories. We recommend going to a jewelry buyer to sell those valuables.
All right, and people going to dealers, when they go to a brick and mortar place, a store, a place that sells used clothes, what can they expect?
The dealer is going to be evaluating really how much gold is in your jewelry and what the value of it is. So what they'll do is do a scratch test. They rub the jewelry with a little bit of acid, and that will tell them whether it's 14 karat gold, 18 karat gold, whatever. Don't be alarmed by this. It does not harm the jewelry, and it's completely normal. Then they're going to weigh it and sort it into categories to determine a price.
Now, is it just the metal or particular gemstone that determines the price, or are there other factors involved as well?
Well, yes, the value, the weight of the metal, the quality of any gemstone. You'll also find you get a premium for certain designer brands. So if it's Cartier, Van Cleef & Arpels, certain prestigious brands will get you a premium over the value of the metal itself.
Now, you also have some advice on unloading old fur items. What are some good places where people can sell some of those fur items? Here,
too, you're looking to go to a fur dealer. You can find those online in your area. The condition of the fur is very important in determining the price, so you will need to bring the fur into the shop in order to sell it. Fur shops tend to buy in 3 different ways. You can sell on consignment. In that case, you get 50% of what they're going to resell it for, but you have to wait for the item to sell in order to get a check. You can sell it right there for typically 35 to 40% of the resale value, but you get the money in your hand right then. Or you can trade it in. Usually for that, you get about 60% to use against the value of another fur in their shop.
And anything people should know to have with them then when they're selling these furs? I mean, if they have any kind of information on it?
Yes, that helps. Another issue here is if you have inherited the fur, it helps to have documentation that shows that you are in fact authorized to sell that fur.
And any tips also for dealing our discarded valuables? Any other tips?
Yes, it takes a fair amount of work, but in the end, when you have the money, makes it all worth it.
Thanks so much. Yeah, it's such a thing that people don't really realize, that they may have a lot of clothes in their closets, things that they just don't need necessarily, and they can sell it either online or go to dealers. But is there a better place? Is going to dealers better than selling it online, or vice versa? Is it easier to sell online than at a place?
That really depends on what you're selling. Another strategy with clothing is to find a top-rated buyer or top-rated seller on eBay. Instead of selling it yourself, you can go through an eBay dealer. That's a good way to have somebody else take care of some of the hassle.
Now, do those, though, take commission? They would take some commission off of it?
Yes, that typically costs about 50% of the value, but they will help you price it so that you're putting the right price on it, and they take care of all of the shipping.
Now, have you also heard about these? They're kind of parties where people go and they take the things that they don't need, and then maybe they exchange, they swap, or they maybe sell at these parties.
Yes, that was a trend going on with jewelry for a while. But one thing we do recommend when you're selling your jewelry is to get an estimate from 2 or 3 different places. That will help you really make sure that you're getting the right value for your items. And also, we recommend that you check the Better Business Bureau before you visit these shops. This is very important. You know, in New York State right now, there is an ongoing investigation against one big company. So you want to really check out the places that you're going to entrust with your jewelry.
Do your homework.
Exactly.
And go through your closets.
Yes.
Thanks so much. More Magazine Features Editor Jennifer Braunschweiger. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks. That's all we have time for in this edition of Now You Know. I'm Ines Foray in New York. Thanks for watching.
ABC News Now. Good to know.